All right. Did Biden administration actually create 12 million new jobs, as this geriatric lion asshole says in his State of the Union? Flub-filled State of the Union address this week. He uttered lies about the America's struggling economy. He regurgitated an often repeated claim on the number of total jobs he supposedly created since he entered the Oval Office. Now, the claim is 2 years ago, the economy was reeling. I stand here tonight after we've created, with the help of many people in this room, 12 million new jobs. More jobs created in 2 years than any president has created in 4 years, because of you all, because of the American people, Biden claimed during Tuesday night's speech in the House chamber of the U.S. Capitol. Now, the fact is, Town Hall previously deconstructed Biden's definition of job creation, conflates the generation of new jobs with the natural return of workers to the workforce following the government shutting of businesses that ravaged the U.S. industry and drove working class Americans home. So basically, he's taking credit for all the people we told that we can't work. When we told them they could work and they went back to work, he's taking credit for providing that job as the greatest president in history. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the nation lost more than 20 million jobs between March of 2020 and April of 2020. Though we're adding jobs back now, Biden's job creation claim does not calculate net gain. So there's not more people working now than before COVID. I think we're almost at the point where just as many people are working as before. But that's not something to write home about at all. So Biden was inaugurated when the nation recovered from a sudden job loss that stemmed from the government-mandated pandemic lockdowns in 2020. The jobs recovery began under Donald Trump, and because his tenure ended only 8 months into the economic revival cycle, much of the job gains accrued during Biden's time in office. And on a side note, if Trump would have got in, we wouldn't be at war. Gas wouldn't have went through the roof. We wouldn't have had inflation. And we would have way more jobs than before the pandemic. Just a little side note there. So there's literally evidence that Biden has handed something on a golden platter. Says Douglas Holtz-Eakin, head of American Action Forum. This recovery from a deep recession would have happened no matter who was the president. Now, Biden is benefiting from the waning of the COVID-19 pandemic's effects on the economy and the rehiring of workers who lost their jobs during the shutdown. Labor force participation rate is still trailing pre-pandemic levels. And that's kind of the number that matters. How many people are participating in the labor force? The proportion of adults who either had a job or were looking for one edged to 62.4% in January, which is below the pre-pandemic level of 63.4%, according to a February 3rd summary of America's employment situation released by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, meanwhile, most Americans, 60% of them at least, believe that Biden has not created more good jobs in their communities, according to the Washington Post news poll. And you know that they didn't want to put that poll out as soon as they got that answer back, that's for sure. But Biden's boast that he's produced more jobs in 2 years than any president has created in 4 years by percentage. The purported job growth in the first 2 years of Biden's presidency falls behind that from the full terms of his predecessor. Percentage-wise, U.S. jobs under Biden's watch has increased by 8.5% since his presidential term started, which is less than that of the former President Barack Obama's first term, 8.6, Bill Clinton's first term at 10.5, Reagan's second term at 11.2, and Jimmy Carter's 4 years in the White House at 12.8. Now, using this metric, PolitiFact measured that Biden's percentage of job gains is also outmatched by former President Richard Nixon, 13.2, Lyndon B. Johnson at 21.3, Clinton at 20.9, in terms of increase from the start of their term. So, basically, I don't know if we needed to take that long to figure it out, but Biden's a lying piece of shit. Okay? He's not creating jobs. He's doing everything possible to hurt this country, and it's working. Appreciate you guys stopping by for that one. Check the links at mcclures.stores where you can support the channel, buy something American. Appreciate it, guys. Take care.